Hey guys, I just wanted to do a little quick video about sort of like pests, problems you might face with your plant. Um, wilting, wilting, wilting can be caused from a few reasons. Um, let's say you overwater. Your plant will droop and begin to wilt. Or you underwater, your plant will droop and begin to wilt. Now, wilting and drooping from underwatering is way better than wilting and drooping from overwatering. And overwatering can be more detrimental to your plant than underwatering. Now, if you overwater too frequently, you can wind up with root rot. Now, if you wind up with root rot, you'll know the best way to tell if you have root rot actually is to take the plant out from the soil and smell the roots. You'll know immediately if you have root rot just by the smell of the roots. Root rot is very detrimental to your plant and can kill your plant off very quickly. It's very important to watch for root rot and watch your watering. Root rot can just decimate an otherwise healthy plant, guys. Once you get your plant out of the soil, once you get your plant out of the soil, you're gonna want to hit it with. First you're gonna want to clear away all the substrate, all the soil, all the pond, whatever you're growing your plant in, which you shouldn't have problems with pond, but soil is mostly where root rot comes in. You want to clear all the substrate away from your roots and hit them with peroxide, hydrogen peroxide water mixture. Now what this does is the hydrogen peroxide water mixture will not only restore oxygen back to your roots quickly, but it will kill that infection that's in those roots that's killing your plant, and it'll kill it off. So you're going to want to trim back all those infected roots. And you'll know the infected roots because they'll be smelly and they'll be black and they'll be mushy and they'll be gross. A healthy root is generally like an almond color, kind of whitish almondy color for healthy roots. So you're going to want to trim those roots back to those healthy roots and then repot them in a brand new pot with brand new soil. Don't go back in the old pot. Don't use the old soil, obviously. Brand new pot, brand new soil. And then hopefully your plant will stop dying back. Now root rot has a tendency to decimate a plant entirely. So you may lose the plant still, but with cleaning up the roots you might be able to save some of it. Another problem is burning of the leaves. So let's say you bring home a plant from one of the big box shops and you put it directly in a south-facing window. Now those plants that you're bringing home from the box shop go from greenhouse to overhead lights to ultraviolet overhead lights, and they're used to that filtered light. So when you introduce them into unfiltered full sunlight, you actually run the risk of burning them more because you're introducing them to that full sunlight automatically, which can actually cause the plant to die back and brown. And it'll brown up and crisp up and it'll just poof, it'll be gone. Another reason why you might be getting browning leaves is that you bring it home and you don't put it in enough light. It can get browning leaves from that as well. Also, as well as that, is fertilizer can cause it. Now, I'll tell you, if you bring home a plant and you diagnose that you put it into the sunlight too quickly, because that's the only reason why the plant could be browning, then you move the plant back away from the window, back into maybe a more indirect sunlight situation. And if it's a full light, plant that calls for full sunlight, maybe you move it closer to the window slowly and introduce it to that full sunlight slowly. So if you are not giving it enough light, you will know because you've introduced it to a low light situation when it's a high light plant. And if you're giving it too much light, you will know because you reintroduced it to a high light situation when it's a low light plant. So you'll know the difference between the two just simply because of what you, the grower, introduced it to. So that's how you diagnose your light problem. Now, another problem that you might run into is thrips. Thrips are a fast-moving problem, and by fast-moving I mean they spread. They like to spread fast. They move fast, they spread fast. One way to get rid of them is to use neem oil. Now, neem oil is approved for plants, and the only time you want to be careful is when you're mixing your own, because if you mix it too heavy on the neem oil too heavily, you can actually wind up hurting your plant. So what I recommend is that you go to the store and you start out buying the pre-mixed neem oil first, because it's already set up for your plant. It's already going to be an even dose, and it'll help you a lot better than mixing your own at first until you get the hang of things. Now, neem oil can be used for aphids as well as other pests. One pest that I like to use soapy water on, though, is fungus gnats. Now, fungus gnats are terrible. They're annoying. They get in your face, fly up in your nose. They're attracted to carbon dioxide that's coming from your mouth. They fly around the house. They get into things. They're annoying. They're annoying pests, and they eat at the roots of your plant. So what I do is if my plant comes down with a little case of fungus gnats, I spray them down with soapy water, and it seems to do the trick. Another thing that you can use on fungus gnats is beneficial nematodes. Nematodes will eat the larvae of the fungus gnats, and you won't have to worry about them anymore. Another way to get around fungus gnats, which is kind of a nice hack, is to go semi-hydro. There's no soil for the little boogers to lay their eggs in, and they can't get away with it, so they don't even bother your plants at all. Now, I don't use any semi-hydro. I have one hydro plant, and it's a philodendron. But I don't bother with semi-hydro. I control my gnat problem using soapy water, and I haven't had very many of them. I haven't had a high infestation of them, so I don't worry about it as much as a lot of people have to. So those are some of the problems that you might face, guys. I mean, the only other problem that you might face is scale, which, again, neem oil will take care of that, and it'll shine up your plant too. It'll make your leaves shiny. So use the neem oil, guys. The neem oil is the best treatment. Yeah, I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head that I want to talk about. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. That's about all I need to cover. You guys take care of yourselves. Keep on thriving, plenty people, and I'll do the same. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. If you got anything out of this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.